welcome back to Trebons. So with our pups, and they are 4 weeks of age now. Hello, they just finished their feeding, and as you see, we've expanded the room. We've got the litter tray. They've just started using that, which is good. Learning to use that. And it's all going extremely well with the puppies. Just like 4 weeks, and they're about to transition once again. As I said before, this for me is their golden age. Between 3 weeks and 4.5 is where you see the puppy for actually what it is, and then it all becomes blurred again because they're about to transition again. So, and this is the green, the dark green, and she's right in your face all the time. And that's the red. She's pretty much the same, less tempo than the green here. And got 2 blues, and the boys are very different. You've got the light blue here, he's very much in your face, and you've got the dark blue there. He's a bit, feed me, and what do you want now? Sort of attitude. Lot calmer than the light blue. And then, of course, I got the other green, and the orange, and the brown. The brown's always pretty close, so we're learning the differences between the puppies. And the thing is, as I say, things are going to change very quickly, because they're going to transition very quickly any day now from being puppies to little dogs. And the best way to sort of describe it is when the puppies are born, their brains are like sponges, a really dry, tight sponge. A sponge that's so dry it's more like rock. And the hanging we're doing and everything else, the adrenaline that put the pressure on the puppies, it's like a computer program. We're just putting in a little program. And their brains, so tight, we're adding drops of water. And it's absorbing into that sponge. It's still really tight, that sponge. But any day now, that sponge is going to, the final drop of water will be on there, it'll trickle down right into the centre of that sponge, and that sponge will explode. Their brains will just suddenly open up. And all the differences between the puppy, all the puppies have the same DNA. And that's why I say it all gets masked when this happens, because every synapse, every electrical current, it'll all be totally connected in the puppies. And believe me, they get a lot louder then. But then they are basically little dogs, and that's what we're waiting on now. That's my orange one there, and she is a little smart ass, this one. She's like always trying to work out what she's doing. And that's my green one again. As I say, she's pretty much in your face all the time. She's the one that is biting, is pulling, is pretty much, you would say she's leading the pack at the moment. I've got the red one and the blue one, the blue male, the light blue male. They were actually the first puppies to climb out when we were in the house, and when they had their cage. They were the first. That's why we expanded things, because once they start exploring, there's no stopping them. And you don't want to stop them, you just want to control the environment. Attention, you are an attention seeker. Yes, you are. Yes, you do. So all the work we've been doing is basically setting us up for when they become little dogs. I've got a good contact with the dogs, as you can see. So it's not like at 4 weeks we're starting from scratch. We've got a really good connection with the puppies. So when we start going out, I'm as important to them as their mother, really. I guess I am. Apart from the big blue male, who his only criteria is food and then leave me alone. He's lovely. He's just at a lower tempo, which is nice. Bit grumpy, yes you are. Other than that, everything's going really well. We started our litter training, they have started using it. In a few days, I reckon by Sunday or Monday, they'll be outside in the garden for the first time. They'll be ready for that. They're not quite ready yet, but they're just, let's see, they're starting to grip, they're starting to bite, they're going to start playing with each other like this. And when they get to that stage, we're basically ready. They're also going to get a lot noisier, because we haven't quite got to doggy stage yet. We're still puppy. We're still puppy. Ah, there's that blue male, the dark blue. He's nice and calm and collected, unlike the brother here. No, that's the red one. Where's the blue one gone? There. Stuff. So we're in a really good place with the puppies. We've identified each individual puppy, but as I say, now they're about to change again, and as individual as the puppies are, they all have the same DNA, and it all gets masked once their brains, once all the synapses and all the connections are made. So hopefully what we've done beforehand, I know it's going to work, we've done it so many times, all the work, the pressure we put on the puppies, getting them used to being handled, getting them used to that adrenaline rush they cope with when they get out into the big wide world, when they go from baby or puppy to little dog. They'll be able to balance themselves, because at the end of the day, no matter how beautiful the dog, how wonderful the dog looks, you have to live with the temperament. If you can't live with the temperament, then the dog just gets passed from house to house, home to home, or whatever. And that's not what we want. That's not what we want for the puppies, and I'm sure that's not what you want either. You want the dog to come into your home and be able to fit in. And hopefully the work we're doing allows for that, an easy transition, because that's what it is, it's a transition. So for us, when we look at the morphology of the dog, what is it we're producing? For us, we're pedigree breeders, and we try to breed to a standard, as well as have the temperament, the health results. We also try and get that conformity that we're building to a standard. And we've got to remember with a BERGER BLANC, the standard is it has a horizontal backline, not just a straight, but a horizontal level backline. Straight come in descending. So we have that. It's also a 10-12, so it's longer than it is tall, and it's in the pastoral group. Now it's a mover, it's not a protector of sheep, it's a mover of sheep in general. So therefore it has to have that herding movement, a nice, easy, economic movement, which comes from two things. It comes from the feet front, a good reach, and drive coming from the back, the power from the back and the reach. That's what we are aiming for, that's what we go to show for that confirmation, and that's what we produce. And this litter is way, way up there. You can see that already. But that's our progress at 4 weeks of age. As soon as I get them out into the garden, I'll do a video on that, which will probably be on Monday, weather permitting.